Hi, today we are going to solve code 3000 trailer challenges. Here in this contest there are three challenges given. First we are going to solve the mean challenge. This is just a basic challenge that the input format is first line contains an integer denoting the size of array and the second line contains array numbers. We have to print the mean of the array numbers. Mean is nothing but average of the numbers. But while printing the mean of the numbers, we have to print only the two decimal points. Let's solve it. The first line contains the number of elements input, and next we are going to take array input. Okay, we are going to calculate average. Average is equal to sum of array by n. We have to print only the two decimal points, right? So we have to use the format function here. We are formatting the average variable. This point 2f represents print only the two decimal points of the number. Let's check. Yeah, this is successfully submitted the sample test cases. If we are using the C or C++, we have to mention %.2f. That is the syntax for C++. Okay, let's submit. Okay, this passed all the test cases. Let's try to next challenge, that is factors count. Here a number is given. If the number is prime, we have to print that n is prime. If the number is not a prime, and if the number of factors of that number is even, then we have to print all the even factors of the number. And if there is no even factors exist for that number, we have to print -1. And if the number of factors of that number is odd, and we have to print all the odd factors of that number. If odd factors does not exist, we have to print -1. For example, see example. Here 250 is given. The factors for 250 are 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, 50, 125, 250. The number of factors are 8. So we have to print all the even factors, that is 2, 10, 50, 250. Okay, let's solve. First, before going to solve, remember that every number has 1 and the number itself as the factors. For example, if you take 20 as an input, then 1 and 20 are the factors of the 20. That satisfies for every number. First of all, we are going to take the input of number. Next, we are going to calculate the factors of the number. Let's take a list for storing the factors. For any number, the factors lies between 1 to n. So we have to traverse from 1 to n. Okay, and if the number successfully divides the given number, that is if n percentile by I equal to 0, then it is a factor. In that case, we are going to add this number to fact table. Okay, this fact table consists all the factors of the number. If the number is prime, what is the condition? The condition is there are only two factors, that is 1 and the number itself. There is no other factors exist. So we have to write that condition here. If len of fact equal to 2, then print str of n is prime. Okay, if the number is not a prime number, then we have to check the number of factors it has. That is, if len of fact That is, if the number of factors are even, then we have to print all the even factors. So we are going to traverse the factors table for I in fact. If I is successfully divided by 2, that is it is even number. So we are going to print I comma and equal to space. Usually print statement will move the after printing the print statement, the cursor will move to the next line, but when we specify and equal to space, the cursor will leaves one space and the cursor will be after the space. Okay, we have to check another condition, that is, if there is no even factor exists, we have to print -1. For that we are going to take a flag variable, and if any one even factor exists, then we are making flag variable as a 1. At last we are going to check the condition. If f equal to 0, that means there are no factors exist for this there are no even factors exist for this number. We are going to print -1. And the last and final condition is the number of factors are odd. We are just simply writing else here. The code for this is same as above, just a small change. Here we have to write odd number condition, that is, the number is not fully divided by 2, that is, it leaves remainder something not 0. Okay, in that case we are going to print all the odd numbers. Let's run this code. Okay, this is successfully passed all the sample test cases. Let's submit it. We got some error, that is an runtime error. Let's check the code. Yes, we have typed star here, just we have to type str function. Let's submit. Okay, then all the test cases are passed. Okay, we are going to solve the final challenge, find the product. N number of children are playing the game of snake and ladders. In this game, the rules are a child can get 0.1 for each ladder. A child can get -1 point if you bite by snake. The children's scores are N1, N2, N3 and so on. Find the maximum product of scores gained by 3 children. So here the input is the first line contains an integer and denoting the number of children, and the next line contains the scores of each children, whether it may be a positive or negative. Okay, we have to print the maximum product of the scores of any 3 children only. So for example, here the number of elements is 4 and the elements are 3, 1, 2, 1. The maximum product of 3 children is 3, 2 and 1, that is 6. Okay, let's take this example. Here the both positive and negative numbers exist here. The maximum product is -2, -3, which makes -2 into -3 6, which gives the positive number, and 16 into 2 3, 16 into 2 12. So the final result is 12. Okay, let's solve it. The first line contains the number of array elements, and the next is the array elements input. There are 2 methods which we are going to discuss. The first one is brute force solution, that is, we are checking all the possible combinations of 3 elements of the array, and we have to check the product. We have to check the products of all the possible arrays, and we have to print the maximum. Let's first solve the brute force. For the brute force, we have to use the 3 loops. first for I in range of ln of nums, that is ln of array, and the second loop is for j in range of I plus 1 comma ln of array, and the third loop is I k in range of k j plus 1 comma ln of nums. How this works is, first let's take this example. Here 3 1 2 1 is there, right? First loop will takes 3 and the second loop will take 1 first, and then third loop will take 2 and 1. That is the possible first possible two combinations are 3 1 2 and 3 3 1 1. After this, the innermost for loop will be terminated and the loop will come to second loop. After this, the j value become 2 and k value check from this, and we are going to calculate the product, that is array of I star array of j star array of k. The answer is, initially let's take the answer as 0, and we going to make answer equal to maximum of answer comma product. So next, print of answer. Let's run. We have taken nums here, the array variable is taken as array. Okay, it passed the sample test cases. Let's check how it works. Let us take 3 numbers 1 2 3. First of all, the I for loop will start from 1, and after taking I equal to 1, the I value become 1, and next in the j loop, the j value become 2, because we have taken starting as I plus 1 in the j loop. And here next we will iterate the k loop, then k value become 3. Next we will calculate the 1 into 2 into 3, and we compare the previous value and the current value, and we will take the maximum of these two values as the answer. Next, after execution of k loop, the k loop will terminate and j loop again comes to 2, and the j value become 3 now. But here the k value will not execute, because k value become 3 and j value become 3, and we are starting k loop from j plus 1, but j plus 1 is greater than ln of array minus 1, so the inner loop will not exist, and so j loop is also completed its loops, and now the j loop will terminate and I value become 2. After becoming 2, the j value become 3. This will also not execute. In this way, these 3 for loops will execute, but it takes a lot of time. The time complexity is O of n cube. It gives TLE error. So it gives time limit exceeded, so we have to think the optimized solution for it. let's think. Let us take the above example, like 1 1 0 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 and 2. First of all, let's take all the positive numbers. 1 2 5 3 0. Let's sort it. Let's sort the first example, 1 to 5. After sorting, what it becomes? 0 1 0 1 2 3 5. So the maximum 3 elements will lies right side of this array, so we print 2 into 3 into 5. But if we contain the negative numbers, then after sorting, the second example will become like minus 3 minus 2 minus 1 0 1 1 2. If we print like last 3 elements 1 1 2, then it will give 2 as an result, but it is not the answer, because we have to print the maximum product. Here 3 into 2 minus 3 into minus 2 6, and this 2 6 into 2 12. That is the answer. So what we have to check is, we have to first make the product of these two numbers, and we have also take the last two numbers and the first this 2 as a product. That is, we have to take first two numbers and the last number as product in the another variable. Let's stop. Let x1 equal to, first we are going to sort it. After that, we are going to take x1 equal to array of minus 1 star, array of minus 2, array of minus 3. Next, we are going to check another product, that is starting 2 elements and the ending 1 element, that is array of 0 star, array of 1 star, array of minus 1. We have to print minimum of these two values. Let's run. Sorry, here we have to print maximum, right? Maximum product. Okay, it successfully is executed. Let's submit it. All the test cases are passed successfully. So I hope you all understand these solutions. Please do consider subscribe. Thank you.